Right, today is the 18th of March 2025, Tuesday, Crazy Market Talk with KEL at 10 a.m. right now. Now, do note that tomorrow is the FOMC meeting, so likelihood the market will move a bit more today, and then tomorrow the market may go slow. But of course, again, there's nothing much hype unless the Federal Reserve change their tune, because at the moment right now, Federal Reserve is not expecting to do anything. Likely they will just give a little bit more comment on what they might be doing in May or July. So that's one you need to take note, yeah? All right, disclaimer apply as usual. Please make sure you do your risk assessment properly. Okay, let's go to the market today. Now, this morning, the market, let's just take a look at gold right now at the start of the day. Okay. So one thing first, there's a diamond, right? So when you see a diamond, what you need to do is just to prepare yourself by doing one simple thing, is to put a line at the closing price of the candle that has a diamond. So in this case right now, the closing price is 3001, right? 3001. So just put it there, 3001. And that will be the very important level for you for the market. Okay, so as long gold stays above 3001, you can see from your screen immediately there are a few things to watch out for. On the day chart, you can only see the pivot, right? Pivot 13018 is over there. But of course, if you go down to the 5-minute chart, okay, you go down to the 5-minute chart, okay, make it bigger a little bit, right? Then you see a different thing altogether, right? Okay, so what you can see right now is that the market now, the next target that the market can see is 3013, which is the KTR plus 1. Can you see that? Yeah, so that means on the 5-minute chart, right, this is the nearest target level. But of course, if you look at this, if you look at now, you make the chart a bit smaller, then after the first KTR plus 1, the next target will be here. That's 3018. So 3013 is the KTR plus 1. The pivot 1 is 3018. So for traders, if you're going to go long now, then of course you should be looking at these two numbers for today. Yeah. So take note of that, and I wish you all the best, and hopefully you can make money again from gold. Now, of course, the fundamental of gold right now, right, the biggest hurdle that we need to understand is that can gold continue to go higher? And I think I shared with you last week that I think gold can really go to 3150 if the dollar come down. But the dollar will not come down until we see the Federal Reserve cutting interest rates. So once you cut interest rate, the dollar will depreciate, right? And then that is where the dollar weakness will push the gold higher. So it's not like, well, just a technical breakout, then you go to 3150. I don't think that will happen. So that's something you just take note of. Okay. All right. So that is for gold. Okay, so now let's look at the downside, of course. Now, if the gold cannot go up, then what will happen then? Now, if the gold cannot go up, then naturally the MLP is very critical. MLP is 2993. If the market breaks below MLP, then yes, there could be a free fall all the way to 2964. But for it to come down in this manner, right, it's kind of difficult because we all know that the market now is getting a bit jittery with the stock market. Plus, there's a good chance that the US dollar will come down. So with all these things, right, that people are kind of buying into gold for safety sake itself at the moment. Yeah. So you notice that last time when the market was coming down, they tell you that there's a recession worry, and then after that, the market started to come down. Gold also came down. Now it's the same thing. There's a recession worries, and then stock market coming down. But yet, right, they buy gold now. So you see, news it's really up to the boys to interpret one. They want to say whatever they say. So the best thing in the world, just follow the OP rule. You are safe for today. Yeah, follow the OP rule. You are good for today. Okay. Now let's look at next market now. The next market I'll show you is S&P 500. Okay. Now S&P 500, why am I showing this? Because S&P 500, okay, you can see that it's a CCRY triggered. Okay, I take away you may not be able to see this. Okay, CCRY triggered for today. And by right itself, we have a KCL. Okay, now see there's a bit of mixed KCL here. I just refresh the screen. Cannot. Wait, I just change my time frame. Okay, now it's clear. Okay, so the KCL line you can see is 5677. Can you see that? 5677. So why got KCL line, right? It's because it's a color change, yellow, red to yellow. And this guy had a KSI green. So that's why it has this number 5677. Okay, so why am I showing you this? Because by right itself, if the S&P is to trade higher, it has to crack above 5677, then it will go towards this price 5749. But because now it's staying below 5677, I believe that the first target you will be going for is MLP at 5651. And if the market breaks below MLP, then there will be a most likely a cover up to here, which is the KCB at 5624. Now, with the KSI green, it's actually favoring the buy side, right? But the problem is that the market looks a little weak and the retail are selling. So what does it mean? Okay, so simply put, we are actually supposed to go up, but if the market cannot go past 5677, then there should be some selling in the market. But because the KSI is green, so likely the market will keep on buying at the typical technical point, like example MLP or the KCB, maybe touch and rebound. It is possible. Okay, next market I want to show you is the Dow Jones. Let's take a look at the Dow. Now, this morning when I typed the market analysis, right, I put the wrong place. So that's why some of you cannot find it. My bad. Now, one thing to note is that this particular Dow has a very, very, very important signal. And what is that? It is a potential elephant trade. It is a potential elephant trade. Yes. Can you all see that? For those who don't know what's elephant trade, you can go and Google. I mean, go and Google. You can find it from our Facebook site that, and then you do a search. You'll see elephant trade explanation. Yeah. Okay, so if you can see why is it an elephant trade, is because the price is going up, right? The price is going up, but then the KSI is red in color. The KSI is red in color. Can you see that? Okay, the KSI is red in color. So how do we interpret this? Very simple. Now, when the market is going up, okay, and you have KSI that is red in color, two conditions that will be a good sell. One, the market opens and trade below OP. That's one condition. Second condition is that the market breaks below the last low, which is here. If the market later on do break the last low, but that means that the market must come all the way here. That's quite a lot, right? So this is the way to do it. If the KSI is red and the market is going up, so once the market do a reversal whereby it trades below the opening price and it breaks the low of the previous bar, usually that is the start of the elephant trade signal. And then what will happen next? It'll go down to where it started, right? So where it started for the Dow at lowest point is 40,668, right? 40,668. All right, so take note here. So we are now about approximately 1,000 point away. So for those who are adventurous, you can try to do a small short here. Place a stop loss maybe above the opening price by 10 or 20 pips, and then let it run, and aim at 40668. Okay, just aim it there. Free, but anyway, hit or not, let the market decide. So let me ask now, there are about how many of you here online today? Let me see. You cannot see. How come? Okay. How many of you will be doing this particular trade? You're going to take this particular trade. 17 of you now. Who is going to sell and hold until 40668? Anyone? Well, I am going to do that. All right. I will just hold this position and hold until we see 40,668. Okay. So let's see whether would you be doing that also. Yeah. Okay, all right. So this one down, done deal. Now, what if the Dow reverse? Then what happened? Oh, then easy lah. If the Dow really has to go up right with the CCRY, then the next target will be very clear. Will be 42,311. Right. So upside to me is a little bit difficult in my opinion, but you know who knows later the Fed may change their view and opinion, and who knows if we stun the market with an interest rate cut suddenly, then the market will fly up. Okay. All right. So watch out for that. Yeah, that is the Dow Jones. Okay. Now, the next market I'll share you is crude oil. Now, crude oil yesterday went up, but then at the last part, it pulls back. And crude oil is also a elephant trade. The prices are going up overall, but the KSI is red in color. And previously, it was doing the same thing. That's why the oil go down. same thing, and then the oil came down. So this time round, probably they know what will happen next. So same thing, guys. If the market now breaks below the opening price and go lower, then there is a high chance you'll see this guy coming back down to this here, and then you can look for a buy again if you want to really look for long-term buying. Okay. All right. So that is the crude oil. All right. Let's look at the currency market. Okay. So for currency market, we are having euro now at the top. Okay. I think there's some error at the data. Yeah. Couldn't be like this. Let me just toggle it. I think there's some data error. I will feedback to this AIMS later. So the euro one, I think got error already. Wait, let me check dollar, the pound. The pound also suspicious, yeah? Yeah, I think there's some error on the Forex side itself. Let me inform AIMS on this. This is not acceptable. Yeah, something is very wrong here. So. Okay, now let's look at the next one. That is Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is interesting. Bitcoin is now sideways, but the boys are actually buying. So that means that if the market later finds strength and break above the opening price and the MA30, then there is a possibility the market might be heading up all the way to where? Let me see. This would be heading towards 89,800. Wow. Okay. So the upside is 89,000. So if you want to buy, then let it cross above the above OP and cross the pivot one, and then you can aim for 89. So it's a $5,000 upside if it actually happen. But on the flip side, I believe that if the market will sell down, right? Usually the catalyst is to be the Bitcoin. So for some reason, let's say it sell down, I can tell you straight away, then it will be here because pivot to 81,078 and KCB 80,749 are stacked. Okay, they are very near to each other. So they stack each other. When they stack each other, it's called a law of attraction. That means that the market will pull it towards them itself. So in this case right now, you can see that Bitcoin opening price is 84,000. Now it's trading lower. So there is a very, very high chance that Bitcoin will come down to 80,750 to 81,078. All right. So around 400 points difference. Yeah. Okay. All clear. All right. Okay. So this will be all for today's market look. We will take a short 1 minute break. They'll come back to do the revision. Yeah.